Tired of everybody complaining, but nobody providing solutions? This video is for you so that you can empower yourself to negotiate the best deal possible for you and your family. Let's check it out.
If you're a homeowner and your taxes are high as hell, keep watching this video because I'm going to let you know the steps that I took to get my property taxes down. Background story. My mortgage started at about $1,100. Once my taxes in my county went up to about $5,000 and considering the escrow, my mortgage went up to $2,100 and I got it down to $1,500. So this is what you got to do. First, you got to go to your Cook County's assessor's website to check your property tax bill to make sure that your county put your homeowner's exemption on there.
Wherever you are in these United States, you have an online source for you to review that. One other thing, you guys got to stop recording yourself driving because people are watching. And so if they see you driving and talking, your insurance rates might go up. But that's a whole nother video. Let's keep going.
So once I looked and they didn't put my homeowner's exemption on there for the year 2023, 2024, that was an additional $2,000 that I was being taxed and charged. So once you go, make sure you're not being charged your homeowner's exemption. Go to your local court office.
So she hit another point, and this is very good information for those of you that are buying new construction. Let me add another little tidbit to what she's saying. You want to make sure that your homestead exemption, has been filed. As soon as you buy a home, everybody named mama starts reaching out to you, trying to get into your pockets, okay? And one of the businesses that have been around forever that probably makes a gazillion dollars is these folks that send out letters saying, hey, you have to file your homestead exemption. And I've seen as little as $25. I've seen as much as $200. And people pay for that. Well, you don't have to. You could go to the appraisal website, the appraisal district, and they should be able to show you how to fill out the form, free, 99 gratis, and you don't have to make that payment to that third-party company. In fact, if you're dealing with a good lender and or realtor, they should let you know these things up front. And before you do anything, reach out to the lender, the one that you know, like, and trust, and ask them to vet if whatever the letter or the solicitation is asking you to do, if that's legit, and they should be able to help you out. Let's get back into it.
Chicagoland, so I went to Markham Courthouse and they gave me a paper to sign, and then they mailed me a refund check and $2,000. Now that $2,000, once you get your refund check, I then have to call my mortgage company, mail them the check so that they can put it on my mortgage. The second thing is you want to request an appeal. An appeal is where they're going to look at your property to make sure to see if you have any errors or anything like that. So you have to set up an appeal meeting so that you can basically let these people know, like, listen.
I love her energy. If you do get a refund check back from your county, either too much was collected in this case due to an assessment that she successfully was able to dispute and get those monies back, or when you purchased the home, too much money was collected. If you get that check, don't go shopping, all right? Double check with your servicer to make sure that your escrow account is where it needs to be and that there's not going to be a big short, because if it's short and they make that payment, then that's where you're seeing these huge increases on fixed interest rate loans, because it has nothing to do with the mortgage payment, the principal and interest. It has to do with the escrow account and the taxes and insurance. So make sure you understand. And then she mentioned the appeal process, the dispute process. I wanted to show you guys in Texas, anybody in Texas, you have until May 15th to dispute that process of whatever the tax value is from your county. And I've noticed there's a lot of companies, what is this called? Own Well. If you notice a lot of these videos that these folks that are helping you in their mid-roll, in their ads, they'll say that Onwell is a sponsor. Well, because what Onwell does, in my opinion, they're just like the homestead exemption people, and they want to tell you, hey, we'll dispute on your behalf with the county to get your taxes lowered. In a lot of cases, if you Well, you guys don't know. That's why I'm here. In a lot of cases, what you could do is look at your Zestimate, your Zillow's estimate and things of that nature. And that's the amount that they're using to say that, you know, your assessed value shouldn't go above that. Nonetheless, I just want to point out to you, it's that time of year where folks are going to be in your pocket. Here's another company. This is, again, Texas. This is TXPTR, Texas Property Tax Reductions. They're not doing anything wrong. They're just capitalizing off of your fear and ignorance. That's why I do these videos, not just to get you all hot and bothered, but to provide solutions like this young lady is doing. What is this called? Property Notice of Protest. That's what it's called in Texas. Regardless, you could do it yourself. When you get those letters in the mail, read them, open them up, quit hiding from stuff. Because a lot of you all out there just don't know. This is real life. This is how it happens. This is the system. Let's get back into it.
You know, my taxes don't need to be this high because let's say you have abandoned properties around you. Let's say there's gang activity, or let's say, you know, the school systems are bad. You really want to focus on things that are negative. Put that into your appeal paperwork and let them know that during the interview. Luckily for me, I won my appeal and my mortgage is going to go down even more. So I hope that was helpful. And I feel like real estate agents and people that selling houses, they selling y'all houses, but they're not telling y'all that your property taxes can go up. So keep that in mind. I purchased my home in 2022. I was like 26 years old when I purchased my house. I'm now 30 years old. But keep that in mind when you are purchasing your home, or if you're a first-time home buyer, be aware that your taxes can potentially go up. They originally sent me something in the mail like a year and a half ago. I didn't know what it was because I wasn't expecting my taxes to go up. So keep that in mind, and I hope this was helpful.
Man, shout out to you. That girl is bomb. She did that, right? She told you guys exactly what it is in a very well-crafted video, okay? I want to echo some of her last sentiments before I let you guys out of here. Here's the deal. You're a real estate agent. If you use those folks and they made thousands of dollars, it just seems to me like one of the services after the sale should be, hey, you're going to get these types of items in the mail. Maybe they even reach out to you at that time and say, hey, look out for these things. Number two, are they making themselves available to you so that you can reach back out to them and say, hey, what does this mean? Because we can't knock you for not knowing. She was a younger lady when she purchased. And age is nothing but a number when it comes to this, because if you don't know what you don't know, right? So the point is this: lean on those professionals that got paid. And if you're dealing with a good professional, these are things that it shouldn't be news to you when you hear it. When it comes to the negative things that she's speaking of, hopefully you don't have gang activity going on. And here's the deal, guys. Taxes are necessary. They are. Now, I would agree with anyone who wants to have the conversation that we need to have some type of reform, because I don't think everybody's paying their full share. I could see us going to a flat tax because there's a lot going on as far as misuse and abuse. But in the same token, you like nice streets. You don't want gangs activity in the neighborhood. You like the firefighters, the EMS services, all the things that we don't think about. It takes money to maintain those, and they are deteriorating every year. They get older and older. So you can't be from the mindset that, hey, I bought 50 years ago, my house is paid off, I shouldn't have to pay taxes on an increase in value, because you're living in that community. You're benefiting from it. So not trying to solve that problem here. I don't think I can, but just being honest, just like we try to get on folks that don't understand escrows in some of these videos. Some of us old heads need to understand that, hey man, you benefiting as well. Okay. So with that being said, lean on your real estate professional, and they should be able to give you comparables or to explain to you, these are the things that you need to dispute or protest when you're going to the tax appraisal district, because they're going to try it. Just like in my case, in Texas, this is a misnomer. If you have a primary residence that is your homestead, and you've made no improvements to the home from year to year, the tax assessed value can only go up 10%. Facts. But so the tax appraisal district, guess what? When I got mine this year, it went up 9%. Okay, they're going to try that 10% every year. It's on me to advocate for myself. And I think that's the lesson that we need to learn as a community as we go forward. Ain't nothing free. And nobody's looking out for you like you looking out for yourself. Advocate. If you're ready to purchase, I think now is a great time, because you really buy when there's drama. A lot of us have been trained to buy when things are good, and that's when you typically pay the most. So if that's you, but you just don't have the monies that you need to make the down payment and the closing costs to make the deal work, well, you might want to watch this playlist over here. For the rest of you, talk to you soon.